I feel like we're continuously being lied to in an effort to strangle every last dollar from our wallets. Many of these outdoor gear companies are producing overpriced gear only for another company to come out with something very similar in terms of functionality and build quality, but at a fraction of the price. So have we become accustomed to paying a premium just to get the name brand? Or do these brands have a legitimate reason, like build quality, craftsmanship, or something else that actually makes them unique and worth the extra cost? To be honest, I'm torn. I've been duped into buying subpar gear in the past where I could have spent just a couple extra bucks and got some gear from a well-established name brand that has quality written all over it. But at the same time, I wouldn't be caught dead buying one of these abominable snowman coolers when I know they've got competition that builds their products nearly similar at half the price. Which brings me to today's question. Are Helinox chairs worth their weight? Often called the Lamborghini of hiking comfort, the Helinox One carries a reputation for lightweight durability and unrivaled comfort. But is it really much different, or were they just first to market? And most importantly, does it justify the price? Today we're comparing the Helinox One, a 2-pound hiking chair with a hefty price tag, to the Trekology Yizi Go Lite 750, which comes in at 1.7 pounds, but it's supposed to have similar portability, comfort, and durability. Let's see if that's the case. Weight is literally everything when you're hiking or backpacking. The Helinox One weighs in at just over 2 pounds, while the Trekology Yizi Go Lite comes in at 1.7. Not a huge difference, but every ounce counts when you're miles deep in the backcountry. So far, the advantage, Trekology. Now let's set each of these up and see if there's a big difference here. First off, the Helinox comes with a very nice canvas bag. Actually feels like ripstop nylon. It looks like it too. Now to be fair, I probably should have tested the Helinox Zero versus that guy, because the Zero comes in at 1 pound and is of similar material, where this has a thicker canvas and everything. The Helinox One really is thin. But let's see how this sets up. We've all seen these before. They literally just take seconds. You can see I've put this one through the ringer. It's got mud and dirt all over it. All right, we're 90% of the way there. Very fast. And now for the Trekology. See, this chair is literally teeny tiny, just a couple of hands. It's actually very similar to the size of the Helinox, but it does feel a little bit lighter. Now before we set it up, take a look at the material. Ultra thin ripstop nylon along with mesh. It does have reinforcements around here that give it a little bit of rigidity to it. So the same test for this one. Everything pops into place, and the first thing you're gonna notice is these little squatty bodies. Both of these get put together in literally seconds. Now, I will say, the Helinox chair is a bit taller, but let's give them a test. So the Helinox definitely is a wider chair, feels good. It's grabbing me. It feels like it's just cupping me. And it is an incredibly nice sitting position. And you can see I just kind of plopped down in it. Now these chairs are rated for about 300 pounds, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'm nowhere near that yet. Now let's check out the Trekology. Ooh, this is actually, this is very similar. You can tell, it does feel like I've got a little bit of mobility, and I can't tell. Hopefully nothing's moving, and maybe that's just the fabric allowing me to kind of move around and flex. But I will say, so this is a more leaned back. Cool, I can hang out by the campfire, but I am lower to the ground, which means getting up, you can't just jump out of it like you can with the Helinox. Helinox is higher and it's giving you the ability to just kind of step out of it. That one, as you can see, I kind of had to use my hand to get around it. Now I don't want to steer anybody wrong, so let's put this over here and see. I can fully put this over the Helinox, and I believe it feels like it's just a tad bit wider. As you can see, the Helinox is supported inside of the Trekology on all four corners, which means that the Trekology is slightly larger. So next up, comfort. So both chairs are surprisingly comfortable for their size. So the Helinox One feels like it's got a more aggressive back to it, so it's more pushing it forward. I do feel like I'm really held here tightly. It feels nice, but from a comfort standpoint, I'm gonna have to give it to this guy, just sitting in it. This one is nearly laying down. This one I'm getting a little bit of pressure right here. It's not that big of a deal, but it doesn't feel like it's cupping me as nice. I think maybe the material probably is giving this one the advantage. So from my perspective, I'm giving the advantage to the Trekology. However, getting up from it, I'm giving the advantage to the Helinox. Now maybe Helinox makes a low profile chair and we'll have to compare those in the future, but for right now, I like being able to just stand up and step away. Now for build quality. Now build quality, where Helinox justifies part of its price tag, the aluminum frame feels more robust, the stitching is reinforced, and the overall construction feels premium. The Trekology chair is no slouch though. It uses a very similar design and materials, but the frame feels slightly less rigid. But still, for the price difference, Trekology holds its own. Now, when it comes to setup, both chairs are nearly identical. The pole system snapped together with shock cords, and the fabric seat slides over the frame. The Helinox One might feel slightly more durable, but the Trekology, again, it's no more difficult to set up.
And now the elephant in the room, the price. The Helinox One retails for about $100.
The Trekology was just $30. That's a massive difference for two chairs that are nearly identical in functionality and design. So are we being lied to? I wouldn't go that far. Helinox makes a fantastic product, but is it worth quadruple the price tag of the Trekology chair? I guess that depends on what you value most. So if you're an ultralight backpacker or hiker and want something light, I think both of these are gonna be a good buy. One of them feels a little bit better material possibly, but I know that the lighter version of this guy is made out of this stuff as well, and at a fraction of the price. The only downside to this one, again, I love the feel of it, but it is a little low to the ground for my taste. So there you have it, gang. Two very ultralight chairs. One's got a great name, one's very affordable. I think both are gonna do you fine. So thanks for watching, gang. Don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a note in the comments. I'd love to know which chair you'd choose for your next hiking or camping adventure. And until next week, stay wild.
If you like this type of content, make sure you check out our YouTube channel where we have hundreds of videos just like this. If you want to see our newest adventures, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss another video.